Good evening. For millions worldwide, the U.S. immigration journey hinges on the monthly Visa Bulletin, a document that determines who can move forward with their green card application and who must keep waiting. The November 2025 edition, the second of the new fiscal year, brings little movement in employment-based categories, but some progress for family-sponsored applicants. This stagnation is especially tough for skilled professionals, doctors, engineers, IT specialists, already living and working in the U.S. on temporary visas, hoping for permanent status. The bulletin's static dates force many to recalibrate their plans and endure more uncertainty. Meanwhile, new government policies, higher fees, expanded biometric requirements, and stricter work permit rules add complexity and cost to an already daunting process. Staying informed is essential, as each change can impact major life decisions. Tonight, we'll break down what the Visa Bulletin is, why it matters, and what the November update means for different groups. We'll detail the changes in both employment and family categories, and hear from experts on the reasons behind this administrative standstill. For those whose dreams depend on these timelines, understanding the latest developments is crucial. The Visa Bulletin isn't just a list of dates, it's a lifeline for millions navigating the U.S. immigration system. Let's dive into what's changed, what hasn't, and what it means for your future. Whether you're an applicant or an advocate, this information is your guide through the complexities of U.S. immigration. Stay with us as we unpack the November 2020 and der daten standards 25 in taubdad vine and that's vidas and nine and about der vine combine and statun nine nader darfon said is inside and standen der's impact some versiders. The U.S. Visa Bulletin is a monthly update from the Department of State that manages the queue for immigrant visas. Congress sets annual limits for green cards, but demand far exceeds supply, especially for countries like India and China, creating massive backlogs. The bulletin lists cutoff dates for each visa category and country. If your priority date is earlier than the cutoff, you can move forward. There are two key charts. Media group, official document with final action dates highlighted. Person, looking at a list on a computer screen stock and distribute equally. Final action dates, who can get a green card now. Dates for filing, who can submit paperwork and get in line. Each month, USCIS decides which chart to use for adjustment of status applications. When the dates for filing chart is allowed, applicants can file sooner, gaining work and travel authorization while they wait. Even a small forward movement in the bulletin can mean real progress for applicants. A freeze or retrogression brings disappointment. The November 2025 bulletin shows no movement in employment categories but does allow use of the dates for filing chart, a mixed blessing for many. Millions anxiously await each update, as the bulletin is both a gatekeeper and a source of hope. Understanding how to read and respond to the bulletin is essential for anyone navigating the U.S. immigration process. The stakes are high, and every month counts. Let's look at what this month's bulletin means for you. The November 2025 Visa Bulletin brings tough news for skilled workers. For the second month of the new fiscal year, employment-based categories remain frozen. Hopes for forward movement after the September halt have been dashed, with no advancement in any EB category. For Indian EB2 applicants, the filing date is stuck at December 2013. For EB3, it's August 2014. Chinese applicants face similar, though slightly less severe, backlogs. Despite the freeze, USCIS is still accepting adjustment of status applications using the more favorable dates for filing chart. This allows eligible applicants to file now and access work and travel permits, even if final approval is years away. However, this policy could change at any time, so those eligible should act quickly. The message: if your priority date is current under dates for filing, file now. This window may not last. The wait continues, but there's a narrow opportunity for some to move forward. While employment-based categories are frozen, the family-sponsored side of the November 2025 Visa Bulletin offers a mix of progress and setbacks. The F2B category, unmarried adult children of green card holders, advanced by over 2 months for most countries, and by 5 months for Mexico. The Fiwanson Baude Sur, one de Borntindo, and de Bond, and Stolberg. 3 categories for Mexico and the Philippines also saw notable jumps, shortening waits for some families. However, the F2A category, spouses and minor children of permanent residents, moved backward by a month, reflecting rising demand and new backlogs. The F4 category, siblings of U.S. citizens, remains completely stalled, with decades-long waits for many. All family-based applicants can use the dates for filing chart this month, allowing them to get in line for final processing. These changes highlight the unpredictable nature of the system. Some families move forward, others face new delays. For many, the wait is still measured in years, but every small advancement matters. The family-based system remains a patchwork of hope and frustration. Beyond the Visa Bulletin, new policies are reshaping the immigration landscape. As of October 2025, a $1,000 fee applies to certain parole applications, and K-1 fiancé visa fees will rise in December, increasing costs for families. The government is expanding biometric data collection, including fingerprints and iris scans, and photographing all foreign travelers at entry and exit. Privacy concerns are growing, but officials say these measures enhance security. Work permit rules have also changed. Automatic extensions for some employment authorization documents have ended, so timely renewal is now critical to avoid job loss. Proposed changes to the H-1B program, including a possible $100,000 payment requirement, signal more shifts ahead. The process is becoming more expensive and complex, making it vital for applicants to stay informed and plan ahead. Why the freeze in employment-based categories? Experts say it's a cautious move by the Department of State and USCIS to manage demand after exhausting last year's visa numbers. By holding dates steady, agencies can assess the backlog and avoid a surge that could force a disruptive retrogression later. Allowing the dates for filing chart helps build an inventory of ready cases, setting the stage for controlled movement in future months. The key advice: if you're eligible to file now, do it. This window could close quickly. Modest forward movement may resume in December or January, but progress will be slow, especially for India and China. The core issue remains. Demand far outpaces supply, and only congressional action can fix the system's deep backlogs. For now, patience and prompt action are essential for those navigating the process. The Diversity Visa (DV) program offers 55,000 green cards annually to people from countries with low U.S. immigration rates. The November 2025 bulletin reminds DV 2026 selectees, you must complete your process by September 30, 2026, or lose your chance. Selection doesn't guarantee a visa. More are chosen than there are slots, so act fast. Submit your DS-260 and gather documents. Monthly cutoff numbers in the bulletin determine when you can proceed. Details for the next DV lottery will be announced soon, offering new hope for many. For all applicants, the best advice is to stay informed. Check the Visa Bulletin and official sites regularly. If your priority date is current, file your application promptly to secure your place and interim benefits. The November 2025 Bulletin reveals a system under pressure, employment-based freezes, mixed family results, and new administrative hurdles. The path to a green card is a marathon, not a sprint. Patience, diligence, and information are your best tools. Stay proactive, and don't miss critical opportunities as they arise.